property. Okay, first property says potential difference between 2 points in an equipotential surface is 0. What is it? I said potential difference. Potential difference, you can write this down, is equal to 0. Where is it 0? It is 0 in an equipotential surface. Okay, at what points on the equipotential surface is it 0? At every point. So for example, this is a equipotential surface. Now don't tell me that a equipotential surface can be anywhere in between. No, it is not that. Okay, equipotential surface means they are at a fixed distance from the charge. Yes or no? They are a fixed distance away from the charge, because E is equal to what? What is E equal to? Suppose it is k cube by r square. So E will be constant only if R is constant, and then you can find out V will be constant in the similar fashion. And so equipotential surface are going to be constant and are going to be constant at every point on the surface. Is that clear? Any doubt? Okay, that is the
Yes,
first
sir.
property. Yeah. Now, what else we can say? Okay, potential difference is 0. That's what we learned. Second thing, if I take a test charge, in this and I move it from any point to any point, what will be my work done equal to? 0. Yeah. So my work done also will be equal to 0. Work done in moving a test charge from one point to the other point in an equipotential surface is going to be equal to 0. And by the way, when I say potential difference is 0, it does not mean potential is 0. It simply means potential is constant. I hope you all understand that. See, if the rate of change, potential difference means rate of change of potential with respect to a certain distance. Okay, if that means 0, that means the change of potential at a particular amount of distance is 0. That means V is equal to constant. V is a constant. Is that clear? Okay, that should be clear.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me that
Yes,
dV by
sir.
dr is 0, so V is also 0. That's not right. Okay, so yeah, that is the second. This is the second property, that work done is 0. Okay, third property is no work is done by electric force when it's moved along. That's the same thing. And fourth property, the equipotential surfaces can never intersect with each other, just like electric field lines. Okay, just like electric field lines, there can never be a point where, okay, the direction is over here also, is over here also. That is against the law of physics. Okay, so that is not going to happen. So in the similar fashion, the potential, the equipotential surfaces that you draw which are perpendicular to the field lines are never going to intersect each other. They never intersect each other. Okay, that should be clear. So third point, there is no intersection. Okay, no intersection of, again I'm talking about equipotential surfaces, no intersection of equipotential surfaces, sir. Okay, fourth thing, field lines and equipotential surface are always perpendicular. Okay, field lines, that is electric field lines, and what is it, equipotential surfaces, okay, are always going to be perpendicular to each other in terms of equipotential surfaces only. Okay, electric field lines
Yes, sir.
and equipotential surfaces are going to be perpendicular to each other. Okay, I had taken a test charge, I told you field lines are perpendicularly, they come out perpendicular, and so the equipotential surfaces also will be perpendicular to the field lines, creating a sphere around a charge. Okay, that is the equipotential surface right there. So these were some of the properties of equipotential surfaces, which is basically a recap of what we have done. Okay, it was just a recap of what we did. Let's go to a very interesting topic. The topic is dipole, and it's something that involves a lot of concentration. So don't miss out this. If at all you know, very great. It's a good thing to know. But if at all you don't know, please pay attention. After this, after we finish with dipole, we'll be basically going to conductors. We'll be going to Gauss's law back. so that we understand what conductors are. Okay, to understand conductors, you should know what equipotential surfaces are, and then dipole is just a part of your electrostatic uh, uh, amount of knowledge. Just okay, so let's go to electric dipole. Now, what does it mean by the word dipole? Okay, and does it have a direction? And is it a vector quantity? All these questions. Okay, so when you bring two equal and opposite charges together, okay, when you bring two equal and opposite charges together, basically you are forming a dipole. You are forming a dipole. Previous lecture we found out that there will be the equipotential surfaces for the dipole will be in such a way, and there will be a line right in between which is basically perpendicular. Basically perpendicular, electric field lines emerging will be in this direction. Okay, say same for that. Okay, but it's not just that this observation was enough to understand what dipole is, and basically dipoles can be a very good topic to understand electric field intensity and potentials at different points. So we'll
Sir,
do
why
that.
is it required for the charges to be equal in the dipole magnitude?
It does not need to be. It does not need to be. You can take 2q over here plus charge. You can take minus q here. Okay, you can take a minus q, but always remember magnitude. Okay, so if you are drawing 4 lines for minus q, then 2 times of q will have what? How many lines? 8 lines.
Yes, sir.
This 8 lines will be emerging out, and 4 lines will be coming in this. Okay, you understood?
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Just for those who don't know, look here. 4 lines from this 2q are going to contract towards the negative charge, and 4 lines are going to come out from this positive charge and join towards these lines, but other half of it might be in space. That's because field lines are basically proportional to the magnitude of the dipole. Okay, so the basic definition of dipole is when two equal and opposite charges are separated by a distance. Okay, let's say for now we'll take equal and opposite charges, so that is minus q and a plus q. We bring them together at a certain distance, let's say 2a. Okay, distance doesn't matter. You can take it as d, you can take it as r. Okay, provided you specify that it is distance. So when you bring two charges equal and opposite together, okay, at a certain distance, say 2a for now, that is called a dipole. That is known as an electric dipole. Okay, now let's look at some other property of a dipole. Okay, let me just, the first property, not the first property, one of the properties is called dipole moment. What is it? Dipole moment. Okay, now remember this. Okay, dipole moment is defined as, the product, okay, product of magnitude of charge, magnitude of either charge, okay, of either of the charges, and the distance between them. And the distance in between. Okay, so what dipole moment means? Dipole moment simply says that it is a product of magnitude, either minus q or plus q. If you take the magnitude, the direction doesn't matter. That is minus or plus won't matter. Whether it's a negative charge, positive charge, it doesn't matter. What matters is you take the product of magnitude of either of the charges, okay, and you multiply it with the distance in between them. Okay, that is going to give you dipole moment. And also one thing, the important thing is, okay, it is defined as P. Dipole moment is given by, is designated a symbol called P. Okay, and it is equal to what? The magnitude of one of the charges, let's take Q, and the product of it with the distance in between them, that is 2a. Okay, now this is very important. It would be very difficult for me to repeat it in many concepts. So remember this now only, whether this is 2a, whether this is 4a, whether this is just a, doesn't matter, that distance will come here. That distance will come here. For now, I have taken 2a, means I have written 2a over there. Okay, it can be a also. If it is a, I can put a over there. Doesn't matter. Okay, and one more thing, the direction of dipole moment. Is everyone listening? Give me a just give me a response. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is important. See, dipole moment. Okay, it is a product of the magnitude of either of the charges and the distance in between them. Second thing for you to know, the formula is P is equal to Q into 2a. Q is the magnitude, 2a is the distance. Okay. Third thing you should know, that this is important, that dipole moment is always taken from negative to positive. Always taken from negative to positive. By mistake, don't take the direction to be from positive to negative. Never do that. Okay, the direction is always from negative to positive. Why is it? That's another topic. But for now, there's someone who's written, sir, if the magnitude of both charges is different, then the dipole moment. We'll come to that. Don't worry. There are numericals based on that, so that's going to be fun. Okay. Don't worry. We'll go to that. Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat what you said?
Yeah. Okay. See, listen. You understood dipole moment, this definition?
Yes,
You
sir.
understood this? Yeah. Okay. So you must have understood that P is equal to Q into 2a. It's the magnitude of one of the charge and multiplication of the distance in between them. It's a basic product. Third thing is basically this P. This P is called dipole moment, and there is a certain direction to this dipole moment. It is a vector quantity. Why? Because we are basically considering the direction of dipole moment to be from negative to positive. From negative to positive. Dipole moment is always taken from negative to positive. It is never taken from positive to negative. So never make a mistake when you're doing certain calculations, and when we'll be going across, you'll get to know more about this in the
Sir,
front.
is that by convention?
Yes, it is by convention. The reason is basically it has been taken in the same. The direction is simply taken like this for ages, and that is why we have been doing that. So that is all. That is all you need to know. Okay. So P is equal to Q into 2a. Okay, P is equal to Q into 2a. It is directed from negative to positive. This is the direction. Let's take one example. This is a good example. And this is, by the way, in your textbooks, that is electric field. Okay, electric field intensity on the axis due to dipole, due to a dipole. Simply it's just stating that I have to find out the electric field at a point which is on the axis due to the dipole. So let's do that. Okay, let's say that I have a small dipole on the x-axis, and I have a negative charge over here. I have a positive charge over here. Okay, the distance between and this is basically maybe on the x-axis. So I will just take another color right here, and I will just draw the axis. It's going right here. I have to find the electric field intensity at this point. At this point. Okay. So before that, let me just give you a certain given instructions. That is, let me take the negative and the positive to have a distance of basically 2a. Okay, and if I just tell you that the center of this dipole basically over here somewhere, okay, what will be distance from here to here then?
A.
Yeah,
A.
it is a. Yeah, and let's say that the distance from the center of the dipole to the point on which I want to find out the electric field intensity is basically going to be r. Okay, now first question you have to quickly answer. At this point, if I bring a test charge, let's say it's a positive test charge, what is going to be the effect of that test charge due to this positive charge? Is it going to attract or repel?
Repel.
Repel.
It's going to repel, so it's going to go towards that side, right? So I will just put up, I say that this is let's say this is E plus. Okay, basically the electric field intensity at that point due to this charge is going to be in that direction. And what is going to be the effect on this test charge due to this negative charge? It's going to attract.
Attraction.
Attract.
It's going to attract, but how much? Very less or equal to that? It will be less because it's far
Less.
away.
Sir,
So
less.
I will just,
Yes.
yeah, I will just put it this way, a little bit, okay, little bit, and that is E minus. That is E minus. Now, what is E equal to? KQ by? Tell me.
R square.
So what is
R
E
square.
positive? E positive is going to be equal to what? KQ by?
R
What?
minus A the whole square.
Great answer. Has everyone understood? Listen, I am trying to find out the electric field intensity of E plus, that is due to this positive charge. So R means what? Distance between this point and this positive charge. What it will be? Basically R minus A. R minus A.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anyone has a doubt? See, I'm clearing it out. R minus A. So I will write that R minus A, but it's a square. So I will write R minus A whole square. Okay. Now, similarly, if I have to find out the electric field intensity, E minus, that also will be K Q upon what? What is the distance between minus and this point?
R plus A the whole square.
R plus A the whole square. Why? This is 2A, this is A, this will also be A. So the entire distance between this point, this minus is going to be A plus R or R plus A. So I will write that R plus A whole square. Okay, is this clear, everyone? So if I know this much, okay, I'll just, should I rub it off? No, it's a very small board. Anyways, E net, what is going to be E net equal to? Can you all find it out yourselves right now? Let me also do it. So I will just, E net is equal to basically E plus addition with E minus, and that is going to give me what? KQ R minus A whole square plus KQ R plus A whole square. And you can see here R minus A whole square, R plus A whole square, it will become what? A minus B, A plus B, A square minus B square ka whole square. That will be R square minus A square ka whole square. You understood that? So I will do that. I will just rub this because we don't have any space. If I have to redraw, I will draw it again. Don't worry. So
Sir?
I will just, yeah, tell me.
Now for E minus, will it not be minus KQ?
E minus will it not? Okay. So yes. So I made a mistake deliberately. At least you all are paying attention. Thanks. So it is minus. Okay. You all understood that? Has everyone understood? No one paid attention, isn't it? Alright. If the electric field at this point is like this due to E plus, and the electric field due to E minus is going to be like this, they are going to subtract or they are going to add? Okay, no answer. So it is basically subtract. You're going to subtract both of them. Yeah. So yeah. So do that now. How much is going to be? How much will it be? So that is equal to what can I say? I can take kq outside. I can take 1 upon r minus a whole square minus 1 upon r plus a whole square. That is going to give me
We have to
kq.
expand it.
No, of course you can do this method. No, why will you expand it? You know, r minus a, r plus a. You know that is going to be r square minus a square, and the whole square of it.
Whole raised to 4.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll get this. Okay, you get this.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Anywhere anyone has a doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. AQ. Okay. So if I do that, what is it going to be equal to? Of course, you have to take the multiplication of it. How much it will become? LCM if you take
Express a
r
whole
square
square minus
yeah.
express
Tell
a
me
whole
fast.
square minus r minus a whole square. So
How much is that going to
equal
be? Yeah. How much?
4a
Yeah.
square.
4a square. Are you sure? No, it's not.
Yes, sir,
See.
because r is getting cancelled.
Let's
4ar.
4AR, yeah.
4AR.
4AR. Come on, yeah. Yeah, that's what. No. Now you all want me to do that also now. Very bad. So, okay. R square minus a square ka whole square. So it's going to be r square. Of course, this r plus a goes there. So it will be r square plus 2AR plus a square minus of, it's going to be r square minus 2AR.
Minus 2ar plus a square.
Yeah, so if you do the multiplication subtraction, basically you will get kq, you will get what? 4ar upon r square minus a square whole square. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, now look here, everyone look here. Now what if, okay, what I got this is basically what my E net or E total. So if I say that the dipole moment which I had taken here, that was a minus and a plus, I wanted to find out a point. Okay, the distance between the center of it to this point is was basically, I said r, but if I say that r is so large, is extremely large, then a is going to be negligible. Is a going to be negligible in front of r if I increase this distance?
Yes, sir.
So large. So let's neglect a.
Yes, sir.
Let's neglect a. So if we neglect a, what are we going to get? K Q, okay, 4AR upon what are we going to get? R square whole square, and
Yes,
that is
sir.
going to give me, and basically I'll just write the condition here that R is extremely greater than A. Okay, that is when only when you can, that is the only case you will be able to do it. Okay, and so KQ is going to, of course, it's going to be R raised to 4, and then R gets cut, so you'll get R cube. This is the net electric field intensity. But listen, I told you, P is equal to what? Q into 2A.
Yes, sir.
P is equal. So
Yes,
I can
sir.
write. Yeah, look. It's going to. If it's confusing, just tell me. So I can write this entire term as how can I write it? I can just split 4 into 2. So
Sir,
I'll write
2kq by r cube into 2a.
2kq by r cube
2kq.
p.
Yeah, it's going
By
to be,
r
but
cube in
yeah, by r cube definitely. Just let me tell it for those who will not understand very easily. So 2k, okay, and let's put another q right here, and there's another 2 over here. So I can say p is equal to q into 2a. This q, this 2, and an a over here is going to be p. So I can simply just write it as 2k p by r cube. This is the electric field intensity at a point on the axis, and this should be very much in your knowledge. This should be in your knowledge. Okay, this is axis. this is electric field intensity, okay, due to a dipole moment of negative and positive charge at a distance of r, where r is greater than a. Where r is greater than a. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also the direction. What is the direction? Again, you tell me, of dipole moment from where to where?
Negative to positive.
Great, guys. Great. Okay.